Some other books that I took inspiration from for the first book were To Kill a Mockingbird, The Great Gatsby, and William Shakespeare's Macbeth.
You're watching the Spotlight Network, starring Hollywood's newsman, Logan Crawford.
They now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're diving into a chilling detective thriller that is packed with suspense, secrets, and a haunted past. The name of the book, Vasquez Private Eye, A Fable of Murder and the Unknown Truth. It is written by a terrific author by the name of Edward Bardes, and it follows a cop-turned-investigator who must unravel a murder case tied to a mysterious plane crash and the bizarre transformations of his closest friends. This gripping whodunit is more than just a mystery. It's a mind-bending journey into truth, trauma, and the supernatural. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below this interview. Edward, thank you so much for joining me here today.
My pleasure.
I'm such a big fan of film noir and hard-boiled detectives and private eye stories, from Chandler to Magnum PI. I love them all. So this book really resonated with me. Talk to us about Johnson Vasquez and what makes him such a unique protagonist.
So Johnson was something I came up with when I was in sixth grade. And I was able to refine his little circle of friends based on individual personality traits of myself. By the time I made it to high school, I was able to come up with a satisfactory plot for the book that he would occupy. And I was able to sort of project my own feelings of the world around me and sort of see how he would fit in my idealized hometown. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The book begins with a plane crash. It's a pivotal moment. Tell us about that crash. It really drags us in and draws us in as a reader.
So during my high school years, I started to look at airplane accidents and studying how they happen and how they're investigated. And studying those made me set my sights on traveling the world. So I figured that would be a good way to sort of encompass how studying airplane accidents have affected me as a person.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Have you envisioned this as a film? As I mentioned, a bunch of TV shows and movies have inspired me with film noir. Have you envisioned Johnson Vasquez Private Eye as a movie or a TV series?
I have had hopes of the book becoming adapted into a film.
Mm-hmm. That'd be great. I think you've got great characters, great locations, great settings, great conflicts. I think it'd be a terrific movie. So Hollywood, if you're listening, here's a great book that's ready to go. Talk to us about Zelda Thompson and the role she plays in either challenging or complimenting Vasquez.
So Zelda is one of Johnson's four closest friends, and she sort of functions as the moral compass of the group, sort of keeping others in line with their own morality, so to speak, and making sure they don't fall down a dark path, as it were.
Yeah, Absolutely, absolutely. Speaking of dark paths, talk to us about the supernatural elements of this story.
So while I was writing the book, I took a lot of inspiration from books that were assigned reading in my high school English classes.
Mhm.
One of those books being The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Mhm.
And that's sort of how Supernatural functions with the subplot of the character of Alex Andrews.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, you took inspiration from a classic and it paid off, but you made your own new, updated, inventive take on it, which I think is wonderful as well. Let's give the folks at home an overview of the story. Tell them a little bit of what it's about.
So the book starts with Johnson and Zelda investigating a series of court cases that have ended with suspicious verdicts and investigating rumors that there might be a connection between them all. So, another one of Johnson's friends, Richard Ralston, almost lost his brother in a murder attempt, and his brother Patrick would be testifying as a witness in an upcoming trial. And one of the people involved in that trial was also involved in several of the suspicious court cases. So Johnson decides to try to see if there might be some malfeasance involved in this upcoming trial.
Yeah.
That's that sort of leads into the current plot.
Yep. Yep. And can you get into the current plot from there? Absolutely. Is this going to be a standalone, or are you thinking this will be part of a series, a number of adventures for Vasquez Private Eye?
Well, I published a sequel last year, and I'm hoping to round out a trilogy at some point.
Mhm. Tell us about the sequel.
So the sequel is Vasquez Private Eye, A Futile Escape from the Snipe of Fate.
Hmm.
So it picks up 7 years after the first book ends. And Johnson is trying to get his life together as he tries to support a growing family. And his friends are doing similarly. And as he's struggling to find work, strange events start to take place around town. And some someone from the previous book tries to get him to investigate several of those cases.
Mhm. Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. And for the third installment, where do you think you'll take Vasquez then?
Um, for the third book, I'm looking at a courtroom drama.
Hmm.
So I don't want to spoil too much about what I have planned. So
Okay, sure. Absolutely. Will Vasquez be a witness, an investigator for the attorneys? Tell us a little bit about his role in that courtroom drama.
he's going to be an investigator for the defense team.
Hmm. Great. Great. That sounds wonderful. Talk to us a little bit about your influences as a auteur, as a author, as far as movies go. Are there any films that have really impacted you?
Um, for the first book, I think the film that influenced me the most with that would be Stanley Kubrick's adaptation of The Shining.
Hmm. Yeah. The Shining is one of my favorite films. What's your favorite scene in The Shining?
Uh, I think it would have to be the scene where Wendy finds the stack of papers.
All
And
work and no play made Jack a dull boy. And she can't believe it. He's been screaming at her and making her stay in her place because you're distracting me. And it turns out the whole time he's been writing nothing but a silly phrase over and over again. That's great. Yeah. Jack Nicholson's a great actor. He brings that character to life. It's so many bizarre twists. One of my favorite films. I think I watch it once a year, usually around Halloween. So
ah,
without a doubt. Without a doubt. And what, as far as books go, what books you mentioned Jekyll and Hyde was an influence. Are there any more contemporary books that you like?
so some other books that I took inspiration from for the first book were To Kill a Mockingbird, The Great Gatsby, and William Shakespeare's Macbeth.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Well, you've done a great job in taking this genre of the private eye, the hard-boiled detective, noir, whatever you want to call it, and making it your own. If you were going to cast Johnson Vasquez, what actor would you have play him?
Um, I haven't really given much thought about that, but I would say someone who's in my own age group,
Hmm. Gotcha,
the
gotcha.
late 20s, early 30s.
Sounds good. Well, if you get one an older actor, I'd be happy to play the role. That would be cool. Love to play Private Eye, without a doubt. Well, you've done a great job here on this book. The book is called Vasquez Private Eye, A Fable of Murder and the Unknown Truth. It follows a cop turned investigator who must unravel a murder case tied to a mysterious plane crash and the bizarre transformations of his closest friends. This is a gripping whodunit that is more than just a mystery. It's a mind-bending journey into truth, trauma, and the supernatural. If you love Magnum PI, if you love Raymond Chandler, if you love detective stories and hard-boiled detective stories, you'll love this book. It's great. It's an homage to the past, yet it is completely inventive and original with great new elements. Edward, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
My pleasure.
Great speaking with you. I appreciate your insight, your wit, your wisdom, and your wonderful talent. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time, this time until next time on Spotlight.